Hello, Willowbrook family. Today's Devo is in Exodus chapter 6, verses 1 through 9. When God wants you to do something, oftentimes we are afraid, we are hesitant, because we don't think we have the ability to do it. But we finally give in, trust in the Lord, and do what He says. However, there are times when at first it doesn't turn out like we thought it would. In fact, when God said to do something, we find ourselves in a bigger mess than before. God's assignment wasn't quick and easy like we thought it would be. And so we come to God and we're frustrated and we have some really big, tough questions for Him. Why did you tell me to do this? This is painful. Where are you, God? Well, if this has happened to you, know that you are in good company, because Moses had this exact same thing happen to him. Now, as you read yesterday, the people were angry at Moses because of what he had stirred up with Pharaoh, and it has made their lives worse. And Moses was just as frustrated and confused as they were. And so he asked God, "Why have you brought harm to these people? Why did you ever send me? Ever since you told me to speak to Pharaoh in your name, he has done harm to this people, and you have not delivered your people at all." So, how does God handle these tough questions? Does He give detailed answers and a timeline like what we want? Not always. And this is where we are reading today. God has an interesting answer for Moses and the people. Instead of God giving an answer that Moses was looking for, He simply reminded Moses of who He is. I am the Lord. I am Yahweh. I am the absolute being that is totally free to do what I want and when I want. I will become the solution. I make the promises and I keep the promises. Then God gave Moses 7 separate I wills, promises. I will bring you out. I will rescue you from bondage. I will redeem you. I will take you as my people. I will be your God. I will bring you back to the land, and I will give it to you as a heritage. Those are really powerful words from a very powerful God, and they still ring true for us today. God will bring us out. God will rescue us. God will redeem us. God will take us as His own. God will be our true Lord. And God will bring us to the land of promise. And God will give it to us as a heritage, as a proof that He holds to His promises and to His people. But you know what? Sometimes we respond to God just like the people responded. We're not buying into it. And you know why? Because we wanted God to make us strong so that in our strength we can win. But instead, God says, you will win because I am strong, not you. When we realize the strength is God, and it always has been, that's when we begin to understand His purpose and His ways more clearly. So, when God gives you an assignment, and you're not so sure it's turning out like you had hoped, don't focus on who you are and your own strength, but focus on who He is. Have a great day in the Lord, Willowbrook.